So let's take this information that we have just learned and do a different type of exercise for the right hand. Last week we first started strumming chords, strumming straight through, just one natural motion. Remember, it involves the arm, it involves the wrist, involves the fingers. This week we're going to do a development exercise to get you in the habit of one string at a time. And when you're doing this, what you're going to do is slightly rotate your wrist, and some people actually actuate from the thumb and the finger. Whatever's comfortable for you is fine, but it needs to be a fluid motion. There's not a lot to it. It's not a lot of whipping around. Doesn't have a lot of arm, because all you're trying to do is get one string at a time. Some people you will see will rest their pinky finger up against a string. Some will rest a pinky finger up against the body just to kind of give them a point to ground to. So if that works for you, feel free. So looking at alternating picking exercise, this is what I want you to do. Play the first beat with a downstroke and the second beat with an upstroke. So on your sheet you can see that the music is notated, and we use the same notes that we did on the previous page where we learned that this is your E string or your sixth string. So we're going to work from our sixth to our first, 4 notes on each string, and it's just down, up, down, up. That's all there is to it. Real good and slow. I'm going to kick in my metronome app so we're not going too fast. And in the design of this exercise, when you get to the end, you just repeat back to the top. Each note should ring out. In fact, when you move to the next string, it's fine if that note still rings. If you want to mute the note with your other hand, we have some more advanced players that are working through the basics again. If you want to do that, that's fine by me. If you want to mute it with your palm, that's fine too. But as you're cycling through, each note should ring out, and the transitions between the notes should be smooth and rhythmically even, just as the notes that you're playing on a single string are even. So let me show you what I'm talking about. A lot of people will do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now my note is right with my click, but then when they go to make the change to the A, instead of doing this, we get this kind of a transition. 2, 3, next string. That's not what you want. You want to make the transition right with the beat. So we'll play through the exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Low E, A, D, G, B, E, going back to low E. Watch my right hand. Not a lot of motion. Doesn't take much. Back to the top. Nothing to it. Real simple. Now I don't care if you don't mute the strings at all. You can just let them ring. That's fine. What I'm after more than anything is the motion in your hand. Now hopefully, as you're doing this, you're watching my right hand and you're seeing that it's not moving very much. See this? Not much at all. Not much to it. Now, why is it important to learn this right now? Okay, We've all seen people that when they play, man, they're really, really dramatic. I'm guilty. No denying it. I jump around, I dance around a lot. Got a lot of energy to be so big. But on an acoustic guitar, it doesn't require a lot of energy to get the string to move. Nothing to it. It's a great sound. It's a great sound. Now, to make an acoustic guitar louder, we use electronics and a sound system. An acoustic guitar will only get so loud. You can strum harder, but it hits what's called a ceiling, and that's it. Okay, this instrument doesn't need to be beaten to get a good sound out of it. In fact, getting a really good sound out of a guitar and playing it hard, those two don't generally go together so very well. So relax what you're doing in your right hand, just down, up, a little twist of the wrist, maybe just a little motion in the arm, maybe just a little motion in the fingers, nothing huge, nothing substantial, and that's it. Let's do that exercise through one more time, and we're going to speed it up, and let me warn those of you that like to race ahead, because I know that we're going to have some people that say, well, man, I've got this, so I'm going to go. And then you're just going to fly off and do your own thing. Let me warn you about that. This is on the bottom of your notes. A lot of people are looking for speed. I want to challenge you to never make speed your goal, because speed in and of itself is elusive. Also, the problem is, how do you learn to play fast? Better yet, how do you learn to do anything fast? Learn this. This is your musical thought of the day. Speed is a byproduct of accuracy. Let me say that again. Speed is a byproduct of accuracy. Learn to be accurate and precise, and then the speed will flow from that naturally. So, let's do that one more time. Real good and slow, 60 beats a minute, straight through the exercise, from the beginning to the end, no repeats, starting on your low E string, going to your high E string. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, up. That's it.